Yeah, so I didn't mean to come on here and sound rude and be cussing
No,
and
You
all
you're
that.
didn't
not being
sound
rude at
rude. You
all.
just
No.
defended yourself.
Yeah,
And
I
You're
honestly,
appreciate
defending yourself. Go
and I
ahead.
also apologize if I hurt your feelings
Right,
in any
exactly. I
way.
Did
want to
did you
apologize too.
well, thank you. Did you notice how they told you they don't work nowhere, right?
Yes, we noticed
Yes,
a
we
lot
did. We
how they
noticed
said
that.
that.
They
Yeah,
are social media influencers. I would like
right.
to know who they're influencing.
AKA we're broke. That's what that means.
Exactly.
Just like we don't scam people out of money, but I
Mhm.
got somebody that sent a whole picture of your whole paycheck with your name and your address and Sharp Entertainment right on there. Smart
Right.
guy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was something so funny at the beginning of that interview. I'm glad I remember this. This girl was literally sitting up there complaining that she gets carded. Like, oh my God, she's older than me and I get carded.
That
I'm
made
like,
no
dummy.
sense.
I'm like, dummy.
It was
Carded
backwards.
because you look young.
I know, but she is younger. Also,
You,
when I watched that back, I was like, wait a minute. Of course you get carded when you're younger. That made zero sense.
Yeah, it
Did you
did make
notice that,
zero
Mary?
sense. Yes, I did.
I was like, I thought she was going to say the opposite, that Tia was younger. Then it would have made sense.
Yeah, no, it
no,
doesn't. I mean,
she's that dumb that she don't. It just crossed. Didn't it went over her head that I can't sit up here and flex and act like I wasn't head over heels in love with that thing because I was. I don't know why I was. Because looking at her now, I would never get like no. To be honest with you, man, by the time we seen each other again after them 4 months, I was not attracted to her at all. When she came around that corner and I seen her and when she looked like a skeleton and I broke down crying, it hurt to see her like that. It wasn't even about me being attracted to her at that point. I just cared about her like I was legit worried about her because I don't care what they say. Tia controls her, and you can tell. It's as clear as day. It was as clear as day on that TV screen. It's as clear as day to this day. When Nicole got out of prison and it was just being her at first, Nicole was all over social media all the time, every day. When we split and she hooked up with Tia, she dropped off the face of the earth. She no longer was herself. All of her old friends was calling me, asking me if I had heard from Nicole. I said, I ain't heard from her in months. And you seen her in months. Man, so much about her changed. That whole boob, you can even listen to her in some of the scenes where she's like, Tia says, I don't need a boob job. So because Tia says it, now you don't want it. That's something the girl been wanting for years. But now because Tia says it, well, I guess I don't want it. You can see it. You can see it in their little couples confessional where the two of them were sitting next to each other and she had all that makeup on looking like Pennywise crying. And Tia had all the scars on her face looking like Justin Bieber. Oh, this is so childish. And yeah, that looked like a domestic violence case right there. So I don't care what they say. I don't care how much of them lovey-dovey posts they put up. They
Okay,
hiding
here's
something
how
there.
much I like you and how much I want to prove that I'm sorry. I am not going to make that the headline of this. I will
I don't
not
care
put a
what you
big
Pennywise and
it
Justin
looked
Bieber.
it looked like a domestic abuse situation.
But again,
I will not put that on the cover.
but again, I've been off that for so
Yeah,
many
I
months.
know.
I've been
But
off
will
that
you
for so
forgive
long.
us? This is now
Yeah.
suddenly really important to me.
It's all forgiven, Deontay.
Please forgive
Yeah,
me.
but again, like I said, I've been off that for so long, and I really
Right.
want this to be the last time
Yeah.
I discuss
Okay, fair
irrelevant
enough.
people.
Yes,
So fast
fair enough.
forward. What's
Fast
happening
forward.
now?
Yes,
I
what's
know you
happening
can't tell
now?
all the details.
No spoilers, but
Word on the
what's hap-
street is that you dated Lindsay from
You're
Lindsay
dating
and Scott.
Lindsay. What's
That was
how
word
did you
on the
hook
street.
up? Like, how did you
Lynn.
hook up? How did you decide? Like, tell us what you can tell us.
Well, Lindsay, I can tell you what, I definitely feel like I upgraded. Because I can tell you, look-wise, Lindsay is 10 times
And she gave you some, right?
Way more beautiful than Nicole.
Her
And you
hair
got
is off the
some.
hook.
And you
The
got some, I
hair is
hope.
amazing.
Did
Yeah,
I
and
get some?
hopefully she gave it up.
Did I get some? You got to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So you're going to be on the next season. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll be on the next. We'll be on the next Life After Lockup. Well, Lindsay found me actually. I didn't. Nicole was supposed to be my last inmate. Period. You know, it just so happens I wasn't even. I told this story before. I wasn't even on TV yet when Lindsay found me. I was. They were teasing me on commercials. You know, they were teasing like my season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was starting to get followers on my Instagram which I'll talk about my following, I guess, in a minute. But, you know, I was starting to get followers at that point. And then certain people were DMing me, you know, so this was all a new experience for me, especially because it ain't even aired. I'm just on the commercials, but I'm the one that they were showcasing the most, I guess.
It's all the sex toy.
So that's when I got DMs from two cast members in particular, one being Rachel. And me and Rachel just, I said, I know who you are. Aren't you about to be on my season? She said, yeah. So we connected in that way. And, you know, we were both Marines. And so we became friends. And then the next thing you know, I get a DM from Simply Lindsay. And I said, oh, so now I remember I said, oh, snap.
Did you know who she was?
Hell yeah, I knew who she was.
Oh, you knew who she was. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching Love After Lockup since.
Oh, I thought you meant it was
one.
before the season. I misunderstood. Okay, got it. Yeah.
I absolutely knew who she was. I thought she was fine when her season was there. I was in love with her when the season was there, and I was like, she crazy, but I like her. So the fact that she was DMing me, I just was shocked because I had teased writing her once before, like, you know, because sometimes the producers will call you, check on you, see how you doing, like, and they sometimes would ask me, so have you been talking to any more inmates? And I was like, no. I always say, do I need to?
Do I need to? Let me answer that for you. No.
No.
And I was like, and I would be like, no, but then I would sometimes tease. I'm like, I mean, you know, I can write Lindsay down. I do think she's fine. I mean, I can do that. They were like, no, do not do that. Because, you know, cast members together was not, she reached out. I said, how the hell are you talking to me? Aren't you in prison? And come to find out it was somebody else talking for her. And then eventually she gave Lindsay my number and Lindsay called me. And we started talking for the first time and we just clicked instantly. We had just, I mean, I let her know off the bat I wasn't gonna give her no money. She was cool with that.
Learned a lesson.
I said, what, because I said, what are you up to? What you trying to do right now? And she was like, I just think you fine and this and this. And, you know, like I said before, I told her, you know, I'm about to be on TV, so I'm kind of about to get some attention. I don't know if you cool with this but you know, she allowed me to do my thing while she was in prison because I allowed her to keep her girlfriend while she was in prison. So we kind of had a little arrangement going on, but it was, she let it be known when I'm out, that stops. So whoever you're talking to.
Well, I guess we can't ask you about this season because this seems like a theme with all the women on the show is they come out with these girlfriends. It's like over and over and over, right? It's a trip.
Well, you asked, did that stop? It did. For me, it did. I go to a whole lot of people, and I feel well.
No, I meant with her.
But
yeah, I know you can't.
I'm gonna say, you know, a lot happened. A lot has happened. You'll see. You know, Lindsay's a good girl. She's a good person. She's not who everybody thinks that she is.
Will we find out more about that on the season coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see a different side of her than we saw with Scott.
Yeah, and I think for the better, maybe. It's just a lot that's gonna happen. You're gonna see another side of me, unfortunately.
Okay.
Because there's at some point, even I get out of my character. You're gonna see a whole lot of me, a whole lot of me. I put it that way.
My, I could just
Ari.
imagine.
But it's gonna be
do
good.
I have to go
It's
get a
gonna be good.
Deontay sex toy now?
It's gonna be good. But I would say this: life today, current time, is great because you know what? Stuff happens for a reason, and sometimes you stumble upon something that you really don't expect, and it's everything you could ever ask for. And you see the balloons, man. Like,
yeah. It's like you're happy. As long as you're happy, Deontay, that's all that matters.
You're a very romantic person. I love that. Like I saw all the you're very romantic. It's very sweet.
Yes.
They didn't even show everything too. That made me mad.
Oh, because you did more lovely things.
When I had the whole setup, man, I had wrote something and sat down and read it to her, and it was nice. Man, I gave her.
You did your best, honey. You did your best.
I gave her a key to my place. My locks are changed.
I was gonna say, did you change your locks, Deontay? Good.
Let me tell you about them and their drug use, because
Do you want me to stop recording while we do this, just so you know we're not gonna?
No, you can put it there. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. So
let me tell you
spill some tea, Deontay. Spill some tea.
Well, it's as clear as day. They're high half the time they're on film because they're both heroin addicts. That's what they do. So, which I did not know at first. See, people always get on me talking about how can you not tell this girl is high? I know now that you can look at somebody's eyes and look at their pupils and tell how high they are because of that. Because I never knew before. I don't do that stuff. I don't associate with people that do.
Exactly.
So I never knew. But that girl, Nicole, listen. For her to say she was so uncomfortable around me, she was in my car. She was with me 24/7, all the time. It have been plenty of times where this girl done sat in here alone with me, smoking with me, watching Love After Lockup, eating Sonic together. She's so full of shit when she says that. Well, I done seen this girl so fucked up off of stuff. Cause all I knew that she did was Xanax at first and Adderall. She acts like she can't function without Adderall and abuses it. And I always disagreed with it because I don't do that stuff. But I can't tell a grown person what to do. So that was her drug of choice. Evidently, she was doing more than that, which I didn't know about until her friend spilled the beans. I don't know if y'all remember the girl Audrey that was on the initial season with us that was friends with Nicole.
I do.
You know, once she got with Tia, her and Audrey fell out. She fell out with all her friends. It was like Tia just took her away from all her friends. So then Audrey got close with me and started hanging out with me and started spilling the beans and telling me everything. Like basically that Nicole was using me from the very beginning. And she said, I wish I could have told you, but my loyalty was to her. And she told me, that girl's been shooting up since we've been out of prison. She said, you've never noticed? I said, what? No, I never noticed. And she said that what pissed me off was she said that one night, Nicole had the two of them sitting right here at this table at my apartment, snorting cocaine. I was in my room asleep. I didn't know that. There was one of them nights Nicole had me out all night long, and I had to be to work in the morning. So Nicole would sometimes have her friends up in here in my place, and I would go take me a nap. So I remember seeing a bag of powder and I didn't know what it was. And I questioned what it was. And she said it's just crunched up Adderall. So I just went with it because I didn't know. And so I went and took a nap. So apparently while I was in there asleep, they were in here snorting coke. And I told Audrey, if I would have known that, I would have kicked both of y'all the fuck out of my apartment.
Man, this show has robbed you of any last bit of innocence you've ever had. It's sad.
It is sad.
Feel bad about it. Poor thing.
It's just, she was saying, that's why she was always around me and in my car most, because she didn't want her mom to know all the pills and stuff she was doing. And she's obviously still doing them to this day and got worse once she got with Tia. You can see the difference in her appearance from when she was with me, when she first came out of prison and was thick and pretty and all this. Until by the time we get to life after lockup, and she looked like Skeletor. Like you.
When she came to see you at the fountain, I was like, oh my God. It was upsetting.
That was a real reaction from, that was our first time seeing each other. And like, you can sit there and blame it on COVID all you want to. That's more than COVID. I had COVID too. I still look the same. So this show has, like you said, it took away my vulnerability. Like I didn't think I was equipped to handle this in the beginning because people, they talking about how much heat they've been getting. People been coming at me sideways since day one, calling me all kinds of names, calling me slow, on the spectrum. I'm getting attacked by my own people, Black people, because I'm with a white girl. I'm getting it everywhere. And I'm still here, strong, smiling.
Yeah, why? Why are you still why are you still doing this?
I learned how to become equipped to it. Like I learned how to I just don't bother me no more. Like
you got a thick skin now.
I used to reply to everything. Now I just either, if I feel like replying, I will. If I won't, I just hit the block button. It just, once you on Auntie, you know what? Auntie told me, when you're on that screen, you become fair game.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's
she
what
told
it
us
is.
to stop paying attention because I freak out at now I'm like not allowed to read them. Mary replies.
Brianna's not allowed to read
and Mary just posts, thank you so much for watching.
But I'll say this.
Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for watching.
I'll say this about its ups and downs with the show because I got a large following right now. Yeah. And it's because I'm on the show, because I had 198 followers when I started. Now I got 50 plus, 50K plus and counting. And I feel like it's because I'm on the show, but I feel like it's in a large part because I've managed to, because I stay around, because of my own self on my social media, because I'm always active and I interact with people. Like I let people see me in my natural environment, being me. You know, I show myself in my car singing and all that type of stuff like that. Or I go on live. I let people see the transparency, because if all you had to go off of was how I'm portrayed on that show, a lot of people probably wouldn't like me, but I let people see me.
And that is, of course, what was happening a lot in that interview with Tia and Nicole. I didn't know you.
And
right, exactly.
But now I feel sad, and that's going to be on the headline. It's going to be like, Deontay claps back and we apologize.
Yeah. And I'm entertaining and I got a creative mind and I, branch off to do other stuff, hopefully. So, I mean.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for stopping by our podcast. Thank you for being so gracious and accepting our apologies for coming for you. And it is true that when you meet someone, it's a whole different story than what we see on TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me.
Well,
let me tell my side. And hopefully this is the last time I address irrelevant people.
Yes, hopefully it'll be the last time you have to address them.
Anyway, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
No
I think this will not be the last time we see you. And say hi to your very handsome friend Derek for me.
Yes, say hi to Derek for us.
You got a crush on Derek.
Yeah, she has a big crush on Derek.
No, it's just a little crush.
A big crush.
Okay, it's a medium-sized crush.
Okay.
All right,
All right,
Deontay.
Deontay, talk to
See
you
you
soon.
later. Bye.
All right, see you
Bye.
later. Bye.